What's up, everybody? Metalhead Prime here, and today we are in our super secret flower horn location. Yes, also known as the bathroom. I mean, that's not really much of a secret. You guys know in the past, I don't even remember how long ago, bought a couple of these rims, you know, for the 90-gallon that is, well, it has water in it. We're not talking about that tank right now. Nope. That's different video, different whatever. But I bought three of those frames because we did the top and bottom on that tank. And then I bought the extra one for this tank. And the reason being is because there's no center brace. As you can clearly see, I just rigged it. So we're gonna do it the right way, kinda. This is an older style tank. I'm not sure how old or, you know, when it was made or any of that. But these frames are separate pieces, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces that they've just tied together. And it's like that at the bottom too. So that actually says quite a bit for the seal on this tank. So I have to clean this tank anyways. Bobby's kind of unhappy with me right now, so we're going to go ahead and clean the tank. What I'm going to have to do is pull the title off because obviously that's got to come off too. So we'll try to put that somewhere where it won't get messed up while we're doing this. We're going to probably drop the water level to maybe about this vicinity down here. And then what we'll do is we'll pop these frames off the top, scrape and clean whatever we need to scrape and clean. I have some acetone to my left. I also have 4 more tubes of the good stuff, which is the advanced silicone 100% waterproof. So anytime, I'm sure you guys know this, but anytime you guys use any kind of silicone in your tank, make sure it's 100% waterproof. This is also the clear flavor, because if you don't, you'll see it. And obviously, I think this tank's been resealed before. They did kind of a lousy job at it. But you know what? It's holding, so I'm not going to nitpick them that bad. So basically, all I have to do is pop the lids off, pop the light off, pop the filter off, suck the water out down to probably about there. I mean, he's going to hate me for probably the rest of the night, but he'll get over it. And then what we'll do is, he's doing tricks for you guys. I don't know if you can see that or not. But then what we'll do is we'll get that all cleaned up. We'll get it prepped. And then I will show you how I do it. I don't know if it's the right way, but it's the way I do it. And I have spider webs all over everything. But I will show you where to put the new silicone and how it's going to contact up here. And when I go to fill this thing back up, I probably won't fill it up all the way for a couple days, just to let that set. That way it doesn't get in the water and mess things up. But again, with it being 100% waterproof, I've seen people use this directly in water with fish, and it didn't hurt anything. I myself am not going to do that, but you know, you can. So that's enough being said. Let's just get at it. Okay, so as you can see, we have the Python in. I know, didn't you just get done doing a whole video on the Hygar set? Yes, I did. But if you do not remember in that video where I clearly stated that's a 50-foot hose, this is not. It would take a lot of work to get that Hygar to work from here to there. It's literally like 8 feet. So no, I'm not using the Hygar for this one. I use the Hygar for the tanks upstairs and the tanks that are harder to reach outside or out in the other room there. So nope, not completely done using this one yet. Okay, so we are going to try to do this in a reasonable amount of time. The longer I have that filter off, the worse it's going to be for the beneficial bacteria in there. So I don't want to dilly-dally with it. I want to get the water level down. And I just unplugged that thing, so we got a little bit of time. I don't know how much, but we've got time. So I'm going to go ahead and get it down. I don't know, maybe in this area, just to kind of, not that it's doing it, but just to kind of take the pressure off it a little bit. The 55 gallons are real touchy with that because they like to bow out, and those 55s always break right here at the seam. It's the same idea. So don't try to rig it, just fix it the right way. They don't cost that much. The place I got this from was called Over the Edge, I believe, and they're in Michigan. You basically do your job of measuring up your tank, and then they have a couple options. They have an option that kind of adjusts to fit, and then they have the solid option. I went ahead with the solid option. I kind of wish I would have gone with the adjust to fit one, but I didn't. And okay, so the one issue I'm going to have is with my lids. They're just about 1/8 of an inch too big to seat right down in that ridge. That's why it's wet, because I just tried it. Oh well, it's going to do better than that did. So I got to take wins where I can get them. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and drop this down, and then we'll go to phase 2. All right, so we are back with the update on the progress. As you can see, I've got everything off the top. And then I had an epiphany. I you know how I said earlier where I said I didn't want to leave the filter off too long because I didn't want bacteria dying in it. Well, as luck and fate would have it, Galactus's tank is right there. So I just kind of hung it on the outside for now, and I'm letting it run. That's why the extension cords are everywhere. So it's going to run on Galactus's tank for the amount of time that it takes us to do this. And I also lost the foot, the adjuster foot. I'll never see that again. It's somewhere back there. It's gone. So the nice thing is the wall will kind of help hold it, because I just have a thing about putting everything as close as I can to the wall, and boy did I. So probably got about, I don't know, maybe 5 to 6 more inches we're going to pull out of it. I want it below half, so I would call this probably half right here. So anywhere in this vicinity, I'm going to call the happy zone. So we got a little ways to go yet. It is a 90-gallon tank, so it does take a minute. So I will be back once we're ready to, start. Okay, well, we are to the point where I think it's safe that we can start trying to, remove on this. And what I'm quickly learning is this tank has definitely been resealed, obviously. But not only did they reseal the seals, down here, probably down there too. No, they even took it a step further and did it all the way around up here. I mean, everywhere you go, you can legitimately feel it. And I'm trying to do this without damaging anything. So I enlisted the aid of a butter knife because, all my tools are at work. Didn't know I was going to do it this weekend. So we're just trying to kind of maybe just be as gentle as possible. I don't know where my heat gun went either. So there's that. It's here somewhere. So what I need to do is just create a little gap. And if I can get that to happen, probably just going to bend the crap out of my expensive Chinese butter knife. And I've kind of got this section worked. I don't want to put too much stress between the seal and the glass. I just, that part kind of freaks me out a little bit. So that's the update that we have. But I will take this and kind of, this plastic cuts really easy. Like super easy. So what I might just do is cut some reliefs in it. Right where I've got it started, which would be right about here. And of course it's not that easy to cut right here, because why would it be? I don't know. Oh yeah, she's right through it. Then we'll just kind of cider at the top and do the same thing. Maybe I can get her to cooperate. That would be cool. So now that that's like that, oh yeah, now she's coming. Now she's coming. All right. Okay. Well, that's part of it. I don't know how I'm going to do that backside, but we will figure it out. I'm going to have lots of scraping to do. They really did a good job when they sealed this thing. Holy crap. Okay. The nice part is once you get that front part, now it's going to make things just a tad bit easier, I think. Because now I can kind of walk in there and rock it a little bit. All right. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what's with the electrical tape, right? Why? That's probably everything holding the tank together. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm either making a great decision or a bad mistake. Well, we'll soon find out. It is. Definitely looks like it, because this ridge right here just kind of goes. If you catch that just wrong, you're going to know it. Okay, so I think we're done with the scraping and making horrible noises and dumping a bunch of crap in the tank. I think what we're going to do next is I'm going to go get something to get a towel to put some acetone on and kind of wipe that down a little bit. And then I will show you how I silicone the tanks, or at least the frames, especially the top. Like I said, the top doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to be heavy like that. You can get away with a little bead, and I'll show you. So hang tight. Okay, so I went ahead and took the liberty of test fitting, and just my measurements are right, but this tank, it's almost like it was hand built. The edges aren't perfectly square, is what I'm getting at here, which means that pane of glass is just an eighth or a sliver longer than this glass, and that's not set right in this, and so there's a good chance this thing's going to snap when I put it down. But we're going to try it. I have to. When I was offered the adjustable one, I should have just gone with the adjustable one. It was like a two-piece. You put it in things and stuff, and boom, there. But nope, I wanted the cleaner look. And I was warned that this could happen. If it was a hand-built tank, it's not going to be perfectly straight. So I think that's what we're dealing with here. So I'm going to go grab my silicone. As you can see, we still have this one. I don't know. It's probably all dried up by now, because this is the one that we did the Kelly tank on. And we'll give her a squeeze. Ooh. It's all going to come shooting out of there. Now, this tube might be donezo. Yeah. Well, I can see where it's dried up, and I don't know, I could pluck at it a little bit. That might help. Probably not. Now, nope, what it's actually doing is blowing out the back. So, what we were going to do is try to get this out. It's not going to be as easy as, you know, once thought. There we go. All right, so this tube, done. But, oh, great. Well, okay. That just doesn't look right. Oh, it's like going everywhere. Okay. Well, started to look like I was making a different video there. Anywho's, just so happen to have a fresh, unopened one. And this thing supposedly has a spout cutter. Ooh, yeah, it does. We'll put your finger in there. Oof. We'll go about like, geez, I didn't know it had that. Learn something new every day. And also, duly noted, do not put your finger in that hole. What is this? This is a newborn? I think I got it at Menards, or might have been Lowe's. I don't remember. Yeah. Now, if you don't know what that little thing's for, it's for that. Because there's a seal in there. All right. We'll just make sure it's going to do the thing, and it is. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I might be doing this for nothing, but we don't know unless we try. And who knows, maybe the silicone will help lube it up to go in there. That would be awesome. So basically, what you want to do, this top part, the top flat, is where you want to get your silicone. On the inside of the rim, obviously. So, with the sun in my eyes, it makes it really easy to see what I'm doing. And you don't need a crazy bead, because again, this isn't a seal that really matters too much. This is just to hold the frame on, and if I'm successful enough to get this frame to go on, I probably could have put it on there without the silicone, is what I'm saying. But you just want to go right around the frame. Doesn't need to be crazy bead or anything. And we'll start shooting up. And then probably what I'll do is go to the top there and then start up here. All right. Now, provided this goes okay, famous last words, that will seal down. It won't hurt nothing. But as stated, my test fitting session has me a little nervous. Okay. Where did I put my screw? Oh, right here. I do this just to kind of, that's definitely not going to work. So this tube's going to dry up. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So the end result, you want something that resembles this. I don't know how well we can see that. I don't know which one of the 17 cameras on the front of this phone there is. So I'm just going to kind of do this and hopefully you guys get an idea. Maybe like that. Okay, now with this frame, there's a notch out here and here and here and here. That's meant for your hang on the backs. So really, no wrong way to do it. When I was test fitting, I learned that if I start here, now you guys are going to see what I was talking about. I start there, but not go all the way down. This is going to be tricky. Tricky. Now you can see where the measurements were correct. However, this tank, tank not right. So what I got to do is kind of get it started. And now going back here, now this could end great or could end badly, and either way I'm going to show it. So I got to kind of mimic what I just did up here and back there while allowing that to happen. It didn't break yet, but now you can see why they put that frame on that they put on. And I just don't think that this is going to work quite the way I need it to. Oh boy. So, when offered to go with an adjustable frame, do it. Because you don't want to be in this situation. Come on, we're so close. The problem is this pane is out just enough to screw with it. And I just can't get it past where it needs to go. Oh boy, yeah. Not good. Not good at all. Ah, dang it. That's gonna bleed. All right, maybe we get it over the hard section first. Ah. This is the advantage of the adjustable frame, and I should have taken advantage of it. I'm just afraid that that's going to snap in half the second I get it down there. So, once again, I did it again. I'll be back. All right, now that I'm, you know, banged up as usual. Just, I wish I had something I could file that down a little bit. But you can really see when I had the option, I should have gone with it. Ah, there we go. That hurt. I just did it again. We are just not, I don't think it's gonna go. Which sucks, because, you know, it sucks. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Okay, now, it's either going to do one or two things. I know, but I don't, I'm out of bandages, okay? So, this is where it's either going to pay off or it's not. It's around all four corners now. The part to do is to do this. Now, you are either going to hear me go, okay, cool, or something else. Well, I just can't believe it. Now, it would appear she's holding very nicely, in fact. I don't have water spewing out. That's a definite plus. Okay, so the problem I'm going to have, this is really aggravating. We're just going to take it off. The problem I'm going to have, and I'll show you real quick. It's not really a problem. It just sucks. I know I got to clean this. Don't gripe. But she doesn't sit flat. Which, you know what? It's fine. I'm not even that upset about it. I'm happy that I got the thing on. All right. So, I will put those over there for right now. And I think that side's just a hair up. Now it's down. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Hey, you know what, though? She's doing the thing. I don't see any cracking. I don't see any breaking. Like I said, there's no water peeing out yet. Everything's intact over here. Feel back here. I don't feel any cracking or none of that. So I'm going to call that a win. Go. Okay. Well, ow. What do you say we go ahead and get some water back in this bad boy so we can get the filter back on, get the lids back on, and it won't look so janky. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to go ahead and call this success. That's really weird for me to be able to say that. I thought for sure that thing was going to crack. Thankfully, it did not. All four corners are still nice and intact all the way around. Off camera, I did notice that corner was just a bit up, and I just kind of, you know, gave her some love taps, and she fell right down into place. Everybody's seated, and the water level is right to about right here. Of course, it leans a little bit. We all know that. But that's all the higher I'm going to go with it until that's had a chance to settle down. We got the filtration back in, the lights back on, everything. Probably going to have to go in there and skim. There were just some shavings of that silicone that made its way into the tank that I couldn't get out. I can see it right now. I should probably do that before Bobby, you know, snaps out of it and goes after me. But there it is, guys. It's not that hard to re-rim your own tank. For those of you that didn't know that, maybe I showed you something you didn't know. Also, I'm fine. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call it a win. I wish I'd have done this sooner, but it just kept getting put on the back burner and back and back and back. And finally, I'm just like, man, that thing got bumped the other day by one of the kittens, and I heard it go down, and I'm like, oh, well, okay, we need to get this handled. So I just decided today we're just going to do it, and bam, literally just took me a couple of hours. So going around all the joints, everything's nice and dry, no water. I did have a little bit of water that spilled out here, which was kind of freaking me out, but that was just from moving things around. So it got a little wet, but it's all drying up now. So I'm gonna call this another successful re-rimming. So you've seen me do a couple of these before, and yes, I cut myself on the last one too, and that would have been the Kelly tank. This one, although not as bad, it just took some hide off, not a big deal. I do way worse at the shop. So we are going to go ahead and let these guys kind of calm down. They've had a rough afternoon. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, make sure you hit the little button, subscribe, hit the bell if you're not already, and tune in because you never know what I'm going to do next. I can have an itinerary. It won't happen. So, but we took this drabby old, I don't even know, plastic. This is stuff that my Star Wars toys were made out of. Just, oh man. But I'm happy to see it now. The lids kind of fit up there a little bit better. I may even go and enlist the help of one of my glass cutting buddies and maybe take off just a sliver of these lids to get them to actually seat, which would be awesome. May not. I don't know. But they're fine the way they are. I do need to clean them. I know that. But, you know, baby steps. Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. And stay tuned for whatever we do next. Until then, stay metal.